friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my TBR for my readathon, Trick or Treadathon. Now, if you haven't seen my announcement video, I'll link it down below and then maybe in the cards or maybe in the end cards for you guys. So you can see the prompts, the point system / our challenge, and then all the socials of everyone who will be part of the Trick or Treadathon. I have a total of 6 books to talk about, and we have a total of 9 prompts. So guess who doubled up? If you haven't checked out the announcement video, basically we're doing this year we'll be doing a Stephen King centered Halloween readathon. It lasts the entire month and you'll be able to go ahead and double up on prompts or triple up on prompts like I am doing. If you can find a book that fits all the prompts, then you're welcome to do that. It'll be super cool and super chill. We'll be having, I want to say, our usual weekly live streams if we're able to. We'll be doing Instagram lives, and we'll just be really active on Instagram if you guys want to check us out over there. But let's get into the books. So I would typically go through like the list and like repeat the same book over and over again, but for efficiency's sake, I'll just tell you what 3 books they will be covering. So this book will be covering Dr. Sleep, which is read a book before bed. Carrie, which is read a book with the protagonist you want to protect. The Mist, which is read a book featuring monsters. And for that book, I have decided to go with Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman. This is an anthology. This is one of the only anthologies I haven't read in the Shadowhunter world. I think it's the only one. But this is an anthology of short stories. One of the few anthologies I can enjoy reading. There's at least 10 short stories in here, and it just follows, I think it's just Jem's experiences in the shadow market as he deals with the things going on in there, and you'll see other characters from the other books kind of pop in and say hi. I'm really excited. I've heard really good things about this one. I feel like I should have read this before the Last Hours trilogy because there was some information that I kind of was a little lost on in the Last Hours. But I'm still excited to read this nonetheless. It's Cassie Clare. I won't be getting the Shadowhunters book until the end of next year, I want to say, or beginning of next year. So it's been almost like 2 or 3 years since I read a Shadowhunters book. So it'll be nice to dig into the world again and just get lost in it and not have to worry too much. I've been in a reading slump, so this will be really nice to hop into the book with some familiar territory and not have to worry about the ins and outs and the concerning parts about the book and whatnot. So there's another book that I've used to double up on prompts. So the one prompt is The Shining, which is read a horror book. Gerald's Game, which is read a book featuring a toxic relationship, and that is going to have to be The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. If you don't know, The Haunting of Hill House is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I rewatch it, I make people watch it with me. It's such a good horror series, and I love Mike Flanagan as a creator. And I've never read the original book for it. I know the original book is completely different, so I will read you the description from the book. This is an adult, I want to say like horror novel, following 4 seekers that have arrived at the rambling old pile known as Hill House. Dr. Montague, an occult scholar looking for evidence of psychic phenomena. Theodora, his lovely, lighthearted assistant, Luke, the adventurous and future inheritor of the estate, and Eleanor, a friendless, fragile young woman with a dark past. As they begin to cope with chilling, even horrifying occurrences beyond their control or understanding, they cannot possibly know what lies ahead. For Hill House is gathering its powers, and soon it will choose one of them to make its own. So obviously, Mike Flanagan takes his own creative spin on a lot of the works that he adapts. So I'm really interested to see what the original work looks like without Mike Flanagan's adaptation. I know it's completely different, and I know that there's not a family based in the Hill House. It's completely like a totally different story, which I'm super stoked to see and kind of compare the two. Hopefully I don't compare it too much and it hinders my ability to enjoy this story. But I'm very excited nonetheless. The next one is Cujo, and that is read a book with an animal on the title or in the cover. And for this one, I chose Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. There's a goat right there. An adult romance novel following an ER doctor, Alexis Montgomery, who kind of starts up a romance with Daniel Grant, who is a carpenter. Basically, it's kind of like from 2 different worlds. Very Hallmark movie giving me kind of vibe. She's an ER doctor, he's a carpenter from a small town. Her parents want her to become this big surgeon and make a lot of money. She's fine just being an ER doctor. but she can't pull him into her life because it's too hectic and too crazy and too statusy, and she can't move down to his life. She'll give up everything that she's basically worked hard for, so she's kind of stuck in this weird in-between. I'm really excited for this one. A lot of my friends really enjoy Abby Jimenez's work, so I'm really stoked, and hopefully I will enjoy her work as well. But it fits the prompt. Oh, there's also a rooster! Wow, look at that. 2 in a row, I didn't even have to try. I'll keep you guys updated on this. Let's see. The next prompt is Pet Sematary, which is read a book featuring a curse, and for this one I chose Prince of Song and Sea by Lindsay Miller. This is a YA reimagining of The Little Mermaid. It is fantastical, which is why I'm a little hesitant, but it's The Little Mermaid, so obviously can't say no, and it's not going to be too difficult for me to jump into it. But I believe this follows it from Prince Eric's perspective. And Prince Eric, it says here that his mother told him about a curse long ago. Then he has to break the curse in order to find his true love. The one with a pure soul or a voice to match, or he has to kill the sea witch responsible for placing the curse on his entire life. So I'm very excited for this. I know that Lindsay Miller came out with another book within this kind of series, which is from Prince Philip's point of view of the Sleeping Beauty. So I'm hoping if I enjoy this one, I can pick that one up, and it'll be a fun time. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. It is YA, so I can kind of dip my toes and relax a little bit more with some YA reads. And it's a retelling of Little Mermaid, so I can definitely relax because I don't have to think too much about what the premise is. The next prompt is It, and that is read a book from 27 years ago. And if you're thinking, oh yeah, like 1989, I am 28. I was born in 1996. 27 years ago means 1997. Will I never not keep having this painful conclusion about my life that I'm aging? No. That book, well, I guess like a series of books that I chose, and that is the Night World Volume 2 by L.J. Smith. This includes Dark Angel, The Children, and Soulmate. If you guys don't know me, I love the Night World series. I'm really hoping that maybe we'll get like the final book to the series. Maybe. I don't know anymore. But I really love this series. It's one of my favorite comfort series. And since I'm in a slump, what better way than to comfort myself out of this? This follows kind of three different perspectives. Dark Angel follows Jillian as she nearly dies and finds out that she has a guardian angel keeping her alive, and kind of finds more about this secret world that she realizes she's a part of and without realizing. The Chosen is about Rochelle, who kind of has like a Buffy vampire slayer to her, where she kind of kills vampires after her losing her entire family in a vampire like massacre basically. But then she meets Quinn, who is a vampire that she's supposed to be killing and not supposed to be having feelings for. And Soulmate is about Hannah, a human who receives terrible news that she's gonna die before her 18th birthday, but she doesn't know why, and she just knows that this man, the Lord of the Night World, is gonna be responsible for her death. I love this series. This is probably, like, if I had to tier rank the Night World books, it would literally go in order. It'd be like 1, 2, 3. Just because I like the simplicity of the first 2 volumes, and the third novel just kind of gets a little bigger. And I feel like if I could finish the series, I might enjoy the third novel more. But I can't, so it's a little hard to put the third novel anywhere without it going somewhere. But it'll be fun to revisit this world again. It'll be fun, especially since it's kind of getting cooler and colder. So this is kind of setting place, I'm thinking Christmas, I want to say. We're skipping a couple months in one of the books, but it's still kind of that same kind of vibe. And the last prompt is Misery, which is read a book by an author that you've never read from before. And I chose Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. This is an adult historical fiction kind of novel set in 1840s Mexico. Nena is a daughter of a rancher, and she knows a thing or two about the things going on at night. One of them being the thing that sucks blood out of the goats and the sheep in the area, and one of those things attacked Nena 9 years ago. Nestor, Nena's best friend growing up, ran away once Nena was attacked by these beings, and he's been traveling, I think, as a curanda? No. As a vaquero. And in 1946, when the U.S. invades Mexico, the two are brought together, with Nena being as a curandera, which is a healer trying to keep people alive during the war and trying to be good at it so that her father doesn't marry her off to a stranger, and Nestor, a member of an auxiliary cavalry of rangers and vaqueros. Nena is obviously very mad at Nestor for leaving her, and Nestor is surprised and confused because she thought she died 9 years ago. However, all of these are overshadowed by these beings, these monstrous beings that are sucking blood out of people, that they're trapping them through the night, and they have to survive kind of the night and hopefully throughout the day to be able to see the next day. I've heard really good things about this one. really good things about this one. It's on my 5-star predictions list, so I'm very intrigued to see where this is gonna go. I've heard amazing things about this. I love that it's a historical fiction. There are vampires involved, which is always a plus. And it's kind of like star-crossed lovers almost, some childhood lovers or childhood best friends that fell apart. There's gonna be a lot of things I think will break my heart, and I'm very excited to read it. But that is it for my TBR for Trick or Treadathon. Typically I try to do weekly vlogs when I'm doing this, but I'll be gone basically the entire like first full week of October. And I don't think I'll be vlogging for that. So I think what I'll do is I'll do miniature vlogs on like reels and stuff and shorts and TikTok. So if you want to go ahead and keep an eye out for those, you can follow me on my other socials down below. But until next time, let me know what books you're planning on reading for Trick or Treadathon, if you're super excited, if you're a little nervous. But yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.